Okay, good afternoon. Para later. Good morning, everyone. How's your day?
Kaya sir,
Good morning, class.
sir, sir,
Sige, hapit na po ninyo ang nakatake na mong exam.
Yes, sir.
If wala, extended na tong exam. Wala pa?
sa final o sa
Sa, mid, sa pre-finals.
Yes, sir.
Wala pa?
wala pa sir.
Laban lang. Extended ang exam for information of everyone. Sige, again. Good morning once again, everyone. So we will be talking about a new topic for today's lesson. And I opted to choose this topic to be conducted dun siya via online rather just posting certain recorded video lesson because this is really vital for all of you class because one, you are aware man di ba, you will be taking board exam after 4 years of schooling in Socotec, di ba? You're aware? Tama ba?
Yes, sir.
Sir.
So, since you are aware with that kind of scenario, you have to understand how to learn better, especially in studying. Kinsa may nakatry ng mag-familiarize ragali class, familiarize. Tapos pag abot sa exam kay, hala familiar lagi ning item. Familiar gid siya na agyan gid ni. Tapos ang score kay familiar po. Kasi nakatry na class. Very familiar ang item. Ang score po, very familiar po ang score. Nakatry na. So, that's the problem mostly of certain students. And actually, I myself is one of those students way before. Okay, familiarize na daw. Pag abot sa exam, familiar po ng score. So that's why we are talking this topic today. In order for you to learn certain techniques in studying and certain strategies how to better your study lessons, especially for your coming board exam. Gabi no, gihandog ka na mo sa yung board exam, knowing the fact na first year pa mo. Pero I will just try to give you a heads up as to what will be the possible things that you could possibly expect while you are studying. Sige, kadalang class ha. Sige. Again, class, are you ready now?
Yes, sir.
Sige. Sige. Ayan. Actually, this is a game class. Pwede na ito taon kaya will actually take us a time. Kaya ang Google Meet dahil class kay 1 hour na siya taman. So, mag-cut off dahil siya. So, nabago na ang Google Meet. So, magbayad na di ay. So, instead of playing the game, let's just proceed in our discussion. So, based on your screen class that you have seen, why can you say that kita daw are called wise man? Anong wise man man ta?
Because we evolved the sir, materials or something.
Ano sa Aljon?
We evolved the earth, sir, or something, our place.
Evolve?
Yes, sir.
Correct. Sige, evolve ay ha. Actually, we are called as wise man because class, we are capable of rationalizing and dreaming. And considering the fact na ang mga hayop class, dili kabalo na sila mo analyze. One is, kaila ba sila class? Kaila ba sila si tao kani? Kaila sila Feedback na din siya. Ay ba mga hayop class o ano, what you call this? Maka-analyze ba sila og unsa ang pag-solve sa math? Yes or no?
Sir, no.
Yes? No, di ba? So basically, are far different from us than the other animals in the animal kingdom. So basically, we are then called as Homo sapiens or the ones. Basically, exam class, pag mga dito class nga, this entity is capable of thinking, analyzing, dreaming. Kaya ang tao, kabalo ba mga andoy? Di ba? You are here because am I right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So that is why we are rather more for the one. Ang answer na class. Okay, nasabtan?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Sige, accordingly class, pag sa exam gani class, pag sa quiz, makita ninyo nga we are capable of thinking, how to think of things, and why we think a certain way. The answer ana class is wise man or Homo sapiens. So, based on studies class, if you ano sila, based sa study, pag nado kay study technique, study pattern, mas dali daw ka makasabot, and then mas nakitaas na chance nga makapasa sa imong certain exams, sa imong certain activities and training. So, ang pasabot ato class, if kamo karon class, if wala mo study technique, mostly your scores will be lower. Di ba? Kabante mo sa imong score. If ang uban kay maghulat rag screenshot, tinood dili. Tinood. Sige, dili na lang kay recorded man eh. Sige. Anyway, mas better daw class if we are all having our study techniques because if we have that, mas maka-learn tag faster and then mas na tendency ng makakuha tag taas nga score. Nasabtan? Nasabtan
Yes, sir.
class?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Now let's go with metacognition. Sige. So, when you hear the word metacognition, what is your idea or your thinking about it? What's your idea when you hear the word metacognition? Okay, anyone from the class? Wala.
Communication, sir.
Metacognition. Kailang nasa yung communication. One answer. Kasi galit to? Musulat tayo kung pangalan. Sa galit to nag-answer. Kada lang class ako sa kugan. Okay, so isa kayo nag-answer?
Sir.
Class? Si Janelle.
Oh.
Si Janelle nag-answer ato?
Check.
Sige. When you hear metacognition, sa ganito you hear it's all about communication. Other students wants to answer? Other students? You may raise your hand, class, if you want to share.
Sir, ganun.
Ginny. Sige, sama. Sige, sama.
Kanina sir, kanang like sa emotions sir, yun ako na nimo imong emotions. Kaya sir?
You know, but yes, that's correct.
Okay sir.
For example, Like, huna-huna ka sa imong crush, Aljan. And
Ay,
then,
ay.
pag huna-huna ka, maka-feel ka og love. That's part of metacognition. Experience na niyo, wala.
Experience, sir.
Sana all. Sana all tagtanan. O, di ba? That's part of metacognition.
Overthink, sir.
Overthink. um, overthink is something na pathological, meaning sobra na siya sa metacognition. Sobrahan nakagting sa inyong crush class. Hindi lang, may nyo nilagay na. So, going back, metacognition is thinking about thinking. So, sa exam, pag makita mo thinking about thinking, ang answer ana is metacognition. Sabtan?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
First, to our awareness, to our current knowledge, and also includes our emotions, our motivations.
Mugawas
Example,
na
kayo ni Aljan. Itong makakrush. Ano sa Aljan?
Mugawas na final, sir.
Ha?
Mugawas na sa final kaning discuss na or sa ano.
Oo, tinuod.
Ay, hindi na.
So pag makaagi ka ni Aljan, kung una-una na ka itong example, kung una-una ka sa iyong crush, muna ang metacognition. Okay? Update
Yes,
kayo mo sa... Sige. Cooperate. So there are two aspects of metacognition. First is self-appraisal, self-management of cognition. Sige, anyone who would like to share their thoughts when they hear the word self-appraisal? Diyan na siya, class.
Na kay Salig sa mong kagalingon, sir.
Naisalig sa ko galingon. Yes, actually that is true. Kinsa to?
Sanchez, sir.
Kinsa to?
Sanchez, sir.
Sanchez. Ang name, ang first name.
John Michael, sir.
Okay. Sige, self-appraisal actually is about knowing that you are capable of doing something. So self-appraisal, it's your self-evaluation about your knowledge and your capabilities. Sige, I will ask Kevin Son, what's one thing na you feel like you're master? Master ka sa isa ka butang. Master ka mo love sa imong crush.
Hugot lagi ka, sir.
Sa wala kang crush back. Sige, go, example.
Master Odo lang tan, sir. Ng basketball.
Okay, that's part of his self-appraisal class. Si Jeniel, naghansap ka. Ikaw.
Kan sa kanang confident kay kasi mong kagalingon, sir.
Okay, confident. Unsa nga feel ka confident?
Karang mahal kay ka communicate sa lain tao. Kanang confident kay sa mong kagalingon, sir.
Okay, that's actually correct. That's correct. Yeah. So anything that you're capable of doing is an example of self-appraisal. For example, imong evaluate imong self that you're capable of dancing, you're capable of singing, you're capable of kanang magdagandagan. And so you expect yourself to have a self-appraisal or self-evaluation. So basically, kamo nga nag-take sa course sa BS Criminology, you have the you evaluate yourself, inyong i-analyze inyong self ba nga kaya din ninyo mahimong pulis. Tama ba? Kaya you have man
Sir.
but
Yes, sir.
continue even though so that's called self-appraisal. Kaya sa exam class, dili ko mo dito self-appraisal. Kabantay mo natin situational exams, mga situation, sa questions,
Yes, sir. Yes,
dito
sir.
mostly.
Situation. Sir.
Yeah, great to exam class. In order for you to exercise the length of your understanding, not just memorizing the concept. Okay, nasabtan?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now let's go with the self-management of cognition. So when we hear the word self-management of cognition, it's like it's a mental process that you employ using what you have in planning and adapting to successfully learn or accomplish a task. So for example, class, kato maayo si Kevin sa basketball, but before that, before pa siya nakabaloan na class, nag-training pa na siya mga certain steps. Maybe apil siya sa iyang mga barkada, sa ilahang barangay, or apil og liga. So iyahang na-manage ang iyahang self-thinking nga kaya makaha niya mag-basketball, so mag-practice siya. Kaya wala may nagsugod class nga maayo, nga diretso na maayo. Nakopya?
Sige, sir.
Nasabtan class?
Sabtan, sir.
Wala joy anyone. Siguro kung genius jud ka daan, nakakaiday mga bata nga genius jud. So, pero kita kay siguro we are on the middle line of everything. So, wala joy nilargo og kahibalo. So, even I myself, I was not that confident before, but then after I took my degree and I graduated, so basically, I am here right now speaking in behalf of all of you. So that's what self-management of cognition is all about. And also, kanisha class. Isa to ka example sa self-management ha. Kaya na may ballistic class. Ballistic.
Ballistic.
Like magpusil.
Wala pa, sir.
Pusil. Di ba?
Wala po,
Ano
sir.
may subject or like that? Say. Pero maagi man mo dyan, di ba? Tawa, di ba? Maagi siya na, right?
Yes, sir.
No. Okay, so ang ana diri adapting to successful training, if your subject rather is ballistic, man mo mas dali maka-learn magbasa-basa sa libro about sa ballistic, or you have to have an actual experience holding a gun and execute the proper firing process. Mo mas dali maka-learn.
Actual, sir.
Actual.
Actual, sir.
Actual.
Para mapadayon.
Yes, correct. It's the actual practice. Kaya lisod po class og mag-grade mo, for example, mapulis na mo, tapos mag-grade mo og drug something, tapos magdala-dala pa kang libro, hagali ito sa pagpusil. Di ba, brad, dili pwede class. O dili pwede magdalang libro sa magkuhan og drugs. Kaya una na di na lang tawag sulti. Basta, joker sa kayo magdadala og libro class. Di ba? So, basically, dapat naging siya actual experience. Nasabtan.
Yes, sir.
Na, joker din magdala po mong libro class.
Ampo na, sir.
Malang yun mo. Tapos magdadala pa kang libro. So, maglampik ang sa ganito. Diba? So, di siya pwede class. So, we have to act self-management of cognition. Kung asa ta sabtan ta to,
Yes, sir.
kopya. So,
Yes, sir.
pag ana ganyan exam o situation sa exam class, ang answer ana class is self-management. Self-management of cognition. Sabtan?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Second. Then we also have steps of metacognition. It is also called the elements of metacognition. So basically, class, same ba na sila meaning, lahi ang pangalan. Self-appraisal, it's what we call metacognitive knowledge, meaning the knowledge or what you know about what you think. Basically, the evaluation of yourself. So, yung mong evaluate nga, maayo ka sa math, maayo ka sa English, maayo ka mag-pusil. Kasi maayo ka mag-pusil. Kasi ka mag-target. Wala na siguro class. Tapos, anything that you know, anything that you're capable of doing, that's part of your metacognition. And then we have self-management of cognition, so also known as metacognition regulation, how you adjust your thinking process to learn better. Just like what I have told you earlier, katong magbalistik, so magbasa-basa kag libro, marag-wrong yun siya class. Dapat mo adjust ta, ahata mas better maka-learn. For example, if ikaw class, if mag-study ka gabi, tapos feeling mo, sir, di jud mo sulod sa akong utok, sir. Murag, ning kamot ka siksikag basa, may wa jud mo sulod. Patay naman na class. Kanang murag, sir, murag, ma-overdose akong brain.
Yes,
And
sir.
then, you adjusted yourself to study sa kadlawon na. Kita ni mong kadlawon. So, paabot sa kadlawon, gapon ka na sabtan. I joke lang, class. I mean, class, mas naka-learn ka better. Mas naka-learn ka better. Pas-pas ang yung mga learning sa kadlawon. Nasabtan. So, yung mong i-adjust, yung mga study pattern, study technique, kung aha ka mas maka-learn better. Ang tawag ana is self-management of cognition or also known as metacognition regulation. Okay?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Sige. Then we have variables class which also affects our metacognitive knowledge. Kanagan pa maghuna-huna tao sa kabutang. Di ba? Magduha-duha ta. Di ba nakatry na mo magduha-duha? Like, sure ka ako ani. Try naman na class. Kaning pagkuha yung base criminology nga course. How confident are you?
Sir, mga 70.
101, sir.
100%, sir.
101?
Pang second choice, sir.
Very good. Second choice. Sige lang.
50-50.
Laban ng mga second. Sige lang kay, despite the fact na ingon mo second choice or 50-50, 70%, but still, you are here. That's already an image that you're trying to do whatever you wanted to do because you wanted to achieve something. So, be proud of yourself, class. Kaya lagi ng mga magmatag sa'yo. Pila naman na, it only takes 4 years. Sacrifice for 4 years. And then, study hard, study smart for your board exam. And then, you might not know, then, kamo na dito akong nakita nga pulis, nagkuan, nagpara sa ako kayo, naro ko sa checkpoint. Diba? So, things will happen accordingly for all of you, class. Okay? Ayan. So, these are the reasons, class, nga kung na magduha-duha ganita, kailangan maka-affect sa atong metacognitive knowledge. Una is personal variable. Personal variable, class, in a way that pag mag-evaluate kita sa atong strengths and weaknesses, For example, nagpa mo criminology karon. Di ba na-evaluate mo sa imong self? Di basig naraba ko for example, nakay sakit sa heart. Tapos magkuha ka criminology. Tapos basig mag-pull-ups ka ba? Tapos or may tendency nga dili mo kaya mga training, heavy nga mga activities. So that is part of your personal variable. Imuhang evaluation kung aha ka master o kahapon ka weak, aha ka luya. Sabtan?
Yes, sir.
Sabtan class? For example, class, nakatry na mo grappling, kanang from, oh yes, di ba? From the top of the building, tapos magnaog ka. So imong i-analyze imong strength, napakas-obos class, tapos kung feeling mo na kay kahadok sa heights, so imo siyang i-check, kaya ba nako ni? Kaya ba nako? Kasi abot dito, pagsakan ako, wapaw ka na o, magkuyapan ako. Hindi na lang ka
Kilala ko na yun, sir. For the hard look of person, sir.
For the hadlock ang person. O gani. So, that part class is what we call the personal variable, wherein you personally evaluate yourself. Okay, nasabtan? Yes, Norman. You raised your hand,
Yes, sir.
Norman.
Ikaw mo, Jid.
Yes, Norman. Oh, ikaw lagi, Norman. O lagi, Norman. Sige, you may speak.
Sir, natuklok na, sir.
Sige, natuplok pero katolo. Ikaw mo.
Top look of person, sir.
Ikaw mo.
Nakakabar ko, sir.
Sige na lang. Okay, ha? Sige. Now, let's
Yes, sir.
okay, nasabtan na itong personal variable.
Yes, sir.
Nasabtan na ito, class. Class, sa exam ha, dili ko may nga personal variable, dili mo ala ka simple ha. I will be making situations and then you have to analyze if that is personal variable, task variable, or strategy variable.
Yes, sir.
So,
Yes,
plan,
sir.
everyone. Okay. Okay, next is we have task variable. So task variable class meaning the nature. It's what you know or what you think about the nature of the task, including the strategies. So in simple terms, class, ang task variables class, for example, isa ka doktor. Tapos, sorry. Isa ka student na gusto mo proceed of doctorate sa medicine. So, imo lang na-analyze ang nature sa job, the nature of the job. So, may nature sa job sa doctor, mag-opera, mag-paano, mga activities, like mag-check up. Yes, Verhil. Verhil? Ay, yun, natuplok rapod na. Sige na lang. Sige, consider. Sige. So, the nature of the job of a doctor is to, for example, specifically a surgeon, is to conduct operations. For example, mag-ukap og kuan, lawas sa tao, and then makitag dugo and all that stuff. So, if ikaw, isa ka person, imong na-analyze nga, ang nature sa job kay, sa isa ka doctor kay, you are either saving a life, or if you fail at certain point, you might possibly kill a person's life. Nasabtan? So, the nature of the job would actually affect our decision if magpadayon pa ka ana nga degree, ana nga program, ana nga activity. Nasabtan, everyone?
Yes, sir.
Sir.
Example po, kanang, di ba kay,
Yes, sir.
aware mo na ang sundalo daw class, half of their body is buried na daw. Kanog naman na.
Yes, sir.
Oh, sir.
Half of
Yes, sir.
Oh, okay, it's because once that did a military training class, it's really understandable na either at one point you're gonna survive or you're gonna die. Sabtan.
Yes, sir.
So the nature of the job, kana palang words, that's the nature of the job. Kanang kabalo ka nga unsa ang mahitabo sa imuha ana nga trabaho. So that is what we call task variable. The task variable affects our decision as to whether we continue or not. Nasabtan? Nasabtan,
Yes, sir.
class?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay, now let's go with strategy. Now let's go with the strategy variable. So the strategy variable class would refer to the idea that the strategy would also affect our decision. The strategies or skills that we already have learned in dealing with certain tasks. For example, kaning class, katulad yan sa ballistic. If ikaw, feeling nimo nga mas sayon ra sa imuha nga magbasa ka og kuan, basa kag book over having practical trainings. So, kana siya class, maka-affect na siya daan sa imuha. Kay sir, mahadok ra ba ko mo gunit og pusil kay pasig makuan ko sa pagboto, ma-shock, ana. And some other students feel better if they use that particular task strategy rather. Nasabtan, the strategy that is needed in that particular job that you have learned will affect your decision in dealing with task. Nasabtan, class?
Yes, sir.
Nasabtan, everyone? It's the strategy, okay? Okay, so natin tulo ha, personal variable, task variable, and strategy variable. The difference of self-appraisal, katugalang ingon na to gay na self-appraisal and personal variable. Di ba kay siya pare-pareha evaluation? Self-appraisal lang class talks about everything that you know that you're capable of doing without your weaknesses. Then personal variables, evaluation of your strengths and weaknesses. Sabtan? Sabtan, everyone?
Yes, sir.
Na nindo,
Sir.
nga buhaton nimo.
Yes, sir.
Personal variable, it's all about imuhang strength o imuhang weaknesses. Okay?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Sige, now let's go with the idea na sa pag mag-evaluate daw ta class, di ba kayo mag-evaluate sa atong self, atong i-consider ang mga steps, nga strategies, ang task nga atong pwede buhaton. Pag mag-evaluate daw ta na class, sa atong kaugalingon, dapat honest daw ta class. Dapat daw honest daw ta class. It's because, for example, katong anong class, katong rappelling nga example, so, naglinya-linya na pod ka kay na-pressure ka sa imong mga kauban. So, paabot yung, pwede ba ka pangutanon, kung nakatry og rappelling, pangutanon ka na sa taas kasi nakatry. Di ba pangutanon ka before ka mo proceed? Pangutanon jud ka na if naakay something, kanang kahadlok or heart something problems. Tapos maana ka dito nga, dili sir, okay na ko, isog jud ko sir. Pagsugod lang ni mo, largo na wala ka nakaambak, largo ka hagbong, kaya nakulyapan na ka, just because dili ka honest sa muhang self-evaluation. Nasabtan class?
Yes, sir.
Nasabtan,
That's it.
Yes, sir.
Nasabtan, everyone? If makasabot mo o kanang if ang inyong study technique class is 30 minutes tapos break, 30 minutes tapos break, tapos 30 minutes tapos break, if ingon ana imuhang effective na strategy, then be honest nga kana jud mo kang buhaton. Dili nga study ka karon o kaugma ay dili sa to kay kapoy pa. Tapos pagkaugma na pud ay dili na pud ko. Hantod sa you become so comfortable with the idea nga ugma-ugmaon na dayon. Hantod sa wa kay ma-learn, wala kay strategy. Andun sa cramming na ang hitabo. Tapos familiarize na concept, paabot sa exam familiar. Ang
Yes, sir.
kasabot class. Sabtan ra,
Yes, sir.
ano nagkatawag ako nagita familiar. Datong familiar, sige. So according to class, 74% of men class, if sila kabalo sila, hindi sila bad. Of women said the same. So if you ask me class, kinsa daw ang mas be honest. So basically, according sa study ha, this is not based on my opinion. This is based on the study. Ako na sila mas dali daw mangyal na lalaki. So, tinood? Tinood class? Boys?
Maybe.
Mas 74% daw ang chances ng mga pero that's not di po kayo kumutuan actually kasi this is an American based ba. So different ba ang mga American nga boys class? So basig dito best in cheating dito class. Basig na sila yung cheating program. Basig na sila ang mga laki dito class tayo pare-parehang seminar. So siguro yan na. So basig dahil sa Filipino our boys are good. So at the same way class, ang girls po mag-cheat po sila sa 8% lang. So ayan. So basically again, the point of it is just honesty.
Yes.
Sabtan? Sabtan class?
Yes, sir.
Sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, sige. Now these are certain strategies that you can use or exercise in order for you to practice your metacognition. One is knowing your limits. So you have to know your limits, your strengths and weaknesses, the resources that you have. Okay, it's already understandable, right? Kanang you know your limits. For example, if imong study class is dali na ka imo na jud makaya is 1 hour. So you stick to that. Okay? Okay, in studying class, it doesn't matter how long you study, but rather how serious you are, how strategic you are in your study techniques. For example, kay the very point should just in certain exam is to remember all you have studied. Kasi kung taas si kag si study 3 hours. 3 hours for example. Tapos, at the end of the day, pagkahuman sa 3 hours, wala kayo na dumduman. So what's the point of studying class? Nasabtan. Sabtan everyone.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. And this is something that I can tell you that regardless if you feel like you're not the brightest student in your class, or you feel like, sir, di should ko mas step mag-study, sir. That's not actually the case, class. Like, even the brightest person, dili siya wise sa iyang pag-study. Dili na niya ma-remember pag-abot sa certain exam. Nasabtan? So if you are one of those students na you feel like you're not confident with yourself, just erase that. It's just a matter of having a good team. Okay, nasabtan?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, sige. Then we have to modify our approach, meaning modify class would change depending sa certain demands test. For example, kato atong ballistic, asa man ka mas effective maka-learn? Sa practical or magbasa? Sa
Practical.
so meaning, gi-modify din mo ang approach. Kaya kato, basa-basa ka, hindi naman siya effective. Then we go for skimming. Ang skimming class kanang ginabuhat nato nga magbuhat og mga keywords from book ano tag libro. Tapos na ay mga importante nga nakita nimo ay kani siya importante ni siya nga word. Sulat nimo sa papel. Okay, nasabtan? Sabtan everyone?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Then rehearsing class meaning pagbalik-balik
Yes, sir.
balik ko nimo siya istorya or study. Kabantay man na anong class kanang namoy siguro basig namoy classmate nga kanang magtutok sa dingding tas balik mag-story siya sa dingding. Pag exam week na pag hell week na kita nawa na
Yes, sir. Kita kami sa grade
Okay.
12 na kami.
wala si ana siya class. O yun ana siya. So like kanang nga part kas mag-rehearse. Tapos kas kung mag-rehearse with mo class, ayaw po nung pag-rehearse 30 minutes before the exam. Dapat layo pa ang exam, nag-rehearse na ka. Isa gali ka nindot nga technique class, pag 4th year na mo, remember this ka na dapat 1 year ahead of your board exam, nag-prepare na mo. Like the random basa lang ba? Random basa, trust me, that's effective. Like the major subjects nga mugawas sa inyo ha. But i-roll ninyo nga within a day na may isa lang ka concept, isulat nyo sa notebook. Isa ka concept sa meaning ani. For example, legality sa meaning ani. Hantod sa everyday naka-isa ka word na mahibalaan. O see, mas at least pag during the exam, you were better na dayon. Okay, nasabtan?
Yes, sir.
And then we have self-test class kani. Effective kani siya class. Kanang the comprehension of your learning experience class. Kanang sa yung boarding house, di ba na may mga board mates? So mag-ana ka ba? Pangutanong sa nakabay pautan na po ko. Magpuli-puli mo
Sharing
question. That's a form of, yes, kind of siya. That's a form of self-test. Also, you can find certain self-tests sa sa internet. May ma-practice niyo yourself. Tapos also, mag-create kag own questions ni mo sa imong kagalingon. Okay? Then these are the other steps that you can use. Questioning, self-reflection, finding mentor or support group, and thinking out loud. Also, welcoming errors. Ang welcoming errors class, pasabot ani class, dili ingon nga okay ra day mamali. Dapat makatuon ka sa mga mali nimo sa imong exam. For example, sa quiz nato karon, nay quiz man ani. Pag mamali ka ng item, itimaan nimo siya. Dili ka ay sa bilang to kay quiz ra bitaw to. There is a big tendency nga mabalik siya. Okay, nasabtan?
Yes, sir.
Everyone, nasabtan? Sige.
Yes, sir.
Then we proceed to the types of metacognitive learners. So we have tacit, aware, strategic, reflective. So kani sila class, mga types ni sila, meaning either asa mo diha na bilong, basig ka mo na bilong mo sa tacit, sa aware, sa strategic, sa reflective. But that is too much English class, so let's translate it in Bisaya. Okay, class. So one is ang passive learner class. These are students. These are students class nga kanang kabalo sila sa ilahang gibasa class. Pero they are not aware sa ilang pagtuon. Kanang study pattern rather. Like for example, magbasa-basa ra mo kay exam na, mubasa lang kay cramming na. Ingon ana, kisa nakatry ana, mubasa ra kay naay crush, mubasa ra kay walang, muy gingon sa sir. Mostly, kasi feeling ninyo na belong ane. Do you feel like you belong here, class?
Yeah, sir.
Wala, dili. Sure,
Okay.
gyud. Both, as in, mag-study ka mo, class?
Sa uban, sir, nabilong rami sa study kami, sir.
O kanang study gamay, that's part of that. As in, class. Like, mag-study lang ka, it's because na-exam, mo study ka because wala, na mga kagrupo ni mo basa-basa. And then we have this aware class. These are students nga aware sila sa ilang studyhan. Aware po sila sa ilang study, pero hindi nila ang buhat. Most of the time. For example, si Joshua, ano siya, study pattern nga every kadlaw siya mag-study. Pero, hindi niya ginabuhat everyday. Kaya study na siya kadlaw ug feel niya. For example, karon ganahan siya pagkaugma, hindi na po, pagkasunod adlaw na gid niya buhaton. Sabtan class. Ang katong tacit class, study ra jud. Like, wala siya particular time, wala siya, mo-study ra siya kay na-exam. Okay? Then, ang strategic class, these are students nga grabe ka stricto sa ilang pag-study. Okay, ngon ka good, pag sila mag-study, pag ngon siya kada-adlaw jud na siya class. Pag iyang study pattern class, mas effective sa iyang na magsulat sa notebook. Magsulat na sa notebook at magsigig basa. Buhaton siya sa class.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
sir.
So, at effective ang kabad lang sa strategic class ay dili siya kabad certain situation. Di siya realistic. Atong magbasa purely pag-listen siya if not nasabtan or should I repeat it?
Sir, padala ang signal, sir.
Sir, Chuck.
Sir, sabi, sir, atrahin tragic, sir.
Sige, ang strategic class is that study. Meaning, kung sila og kadlawon sila mo study, kadlawon ra jud na. Kung sila kada-adlaw jud na. Kung sila og mas makasabot sila nga magbasa tapos magsulat, then more jud na ilang kinabuhat. Ang kabadang sa strategic class is di sila kabalo mo adjust. For example, sa atong ballistic na training, di ba kinahanglan ka atong practical exam? Kaya kaning mga strategic na learners kay na-expose na sila, naka-practice na sila, o ka-compute sa ragyon, murag, dili sa di sila kabalo, sabdan.
Yes, sir.
Okay, sige. And then we have the best form
Yes,
of
sir.
learners, which we call the reflective learner. Ang reflective learner class, sila mga estudyante nga nakabalo sa ilang pagtuon, sa ilang study pattern. Kung kabalo po sila adjust. For example, if balis kinahanglan, so mo adjust sila. Pag mga minor subjects, mga basa-basa, kabalo po sila mo adjust. Ang dili po sila strict sa ilahang study techniques. For example, study sila karon magbasa. Tapos pagka-ugma kayo na ballistic, so adjust na yun sila.
Yes,
Okay,
sir.
nasabtan? Nasabtan class?
Yes, sir. Sir,
So, unsa gali ang best form
Reflective, sir.
what's the best? Okay. Sige, aman mo din ang class. Tacit, strategic,
Strategy.
Aware.
amo na bilang
Aware po, sir. Aware, sir.
out.
Sir.
Wow. Kaya mga action na yung class. Wala ina maula. Pag tacit, wala mo tacit. Di ay nakaulaw. Tacit na.
Aware sila, sir.
Pero sige lang, okay, regardless of whatever type of learner you are, basta kay mupadayon lang ganin mo. You continue. Masyak na lang ka kayo. Graduated ka after 4 years. Diba? So basically, that's it, class. Okay? Okay na, Tane?
Yes, sir.
yes, sir.
And you share other strategies that you can
Yes, sir.
which is make an outline. Just mnemonics or break down in details. Meaning, dali ninyo masabtan. Yung i-divide yan ito. Tapos, create variation in your schedule, incubate your ideas, and so all of that class. Kaya makita na ninyo class. Summarize, revise. Kung study mo, study ka doon, dili na ninyo balik na po nung pagkaugma para ma-remember. Sabtan? No questions? Sabtan ka class?
Kasi kalayan sa, sir?
Class?
Homo of Homo sapiens. Kasi
Ha?
kalayan sa Homo Deus of Homo sapiens, sir.
Homo sapiens? Ang Homo sapiens class, that's kita, we are us. Sa third sa evolution class, daghan na siya class. Nose, Homo char, basta daghan na siya class. And that's not part of our class. Pero if you want to dig deep to that class, naan na siya class dito Sabtan, okay, Radi. Promise class, I cannot explain that to you because that is not my field. Hindi po ko gusto magpataka o explain nga, which is, wala na ako nastudihan.
Okay, sir.
Kaya, pero tana.
Okay, sir. Opo, kasama plato, sir. Sa grade 12, sir. Sa
Sa,
grade 12.
sige, sa kanato. Sa,
Sa grade 12 naman, sir. Nagkuhan niya ng Homo sapiens.
sige, tuwal dyan, sige.
So, Homo Deus. Homo Deus. Nagkuhan may book review.
So Homo sapiens class, tao na ha, kita na. We are Homo sapiens. Kita na siya class. Ang Homo Deus Goldberg, I don't know, basta organism gapon na siya, pero dili kayo evolve. Work ato ang sinauna gani, siguro sinauna. Siguro caveman, Just have your research out dyan. Basta ang Homo sapiens, based atong study, kita. We are wise man. We're capable of creating decision, judging people. We're capable of choosing our own life. We have free will. We can create bombs, nuclears, we can create weapons. We can dream. We can whoever wanted to be. So we are Homo sapiens. We are called wise man. We are different from the other animals. Kaya ang baboy is magkaon butang sa tangkal, forever gid siya ang rule. Sabtan, ang tao, dili na siya mahimot ang walay gibuhat. Unless you have mental retardation or something. Okay, nasabtan?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So far, do you have any
Yes, sir.
questions? Questions, class? Questions?
None.
Okay, sige. Final
No, sir.
Sige, dapat honest ha, kasi pag-abot sa quiz. 10 items quiz class. So, laban. So, you have your assignment. So, I will be posting your assignment. And the deadline will be next week para taas ninyo ang time. Like, Sunday next week, June, na. So, mabasa na ninyo dito, class, unsa ang instruction. I will posting it sa Google Meet. So, the task is to create a diagram or schedule using at least 5 of the meta-cognitive strategies, skills, and studying techniques that we have discussed in our lesson earlier in preparing for your coming exam, which is the final exam. So, you can, help each other para tinabangay mo. Okay, nasabtan everyone?
Yes, sir.
That is our class. Okay, any questions, class? Clarifications, and all of those questions and stuff. Sige, I will be catering questions. Questions, class? Any questions?
Permission to
Wala na?
speak, sir.
Yes,
Please, sir.
Dominic.
Sir. Kanang katong
Yes,
sa
so-
concert sa itam sir ba na absent may og expiration sir kay hapon pa-generate sir.
Exam. No, sa pre-finals. Ang sa pre-finals class, extended siya until next. So, nagpabaga kong naong, no, kay para maka-exam ram all. So, again, extended ang exam class.
Expert kaya ko na nakabutang sir.
Wala pa na ako siya na-adjust class because still I am still having my classes. Okay?
sir. Thank you.
Okay, sige. Sige, any questions or wala na? Sige. Na-evaluate na niyo yourself nga confident ako mo take sa quiz. Okay, sige. So much from that class. If you don't have any questions, goodbye class. Thank you for coming. Good luck sa your quiz and
Sir.
Okay, sir.
Gusto ko present mo, sir.
ay, unta?
Punta ka ng match mo, present mo ka.
Guys, unta?
Thank you, sir.
Kasi ko,
Right mo, sir.
again, sige.
Baat mo.
Kaya may makaswali Jame. Hi, Jame.
Goodbye, sir. Thank you. Bye-bye, sir. Notice.
Ay, wow! Ay, wow!
Thank you, sir.
Sige, bye! Perfect lagi ni si Harley. Okay, bye everyone. Paniod to na mo, oy. Tama na plastikan. Hi, siya classmate. Hi, kanang classmate ni Harley. Wala ka recorded man dahil sorry Lord.
Jammers!
Bye kasi na paghapon.
Bye, sir.
Bye, sir!
Bye everyone.
Good na! Ay, mag-send ko kayo.
Sir, kailangan ko dito, sir. Parang 2.
O gani.